Hey there, English learners! Welcome back to another episode of the English Leap podcast, your favorite English podcast for learning English, where we grow our language and ourselves at the same time. I'm Erin.
And I'm Evan. Whether you're learning English, looking for motivation, or just here to hear two friends talk about real stuff, thank you for joining us.
So, Evan, be honest. Have you ever had one of those days where your heart's racing, your mind's spinning, and you're panicking over, well, nothing and everything at the same time?
Ugh, totally. I once got so anxious before a work presentation, I forgot the word presentation. I just stood there like, I have a thing to say.
Relatable. Anxiety sneaks in, whether you're prepping for a test, speaking English with someone new, or just trying to get through the day.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. How to overcome anxiety. We've been through it, we still face it, and we're sharing practical tools that actually help.
Before we jump in, don't forget to download the free PDF guide linked in the description. It's got key takeaways, comprehension, and grammar exercises from today's episode.
And of course, Charlotte will be joining us at the end for her vocabulary breakdown, but first,
It's time to kick off something brand new. We're calling it Level Up Your English. This is where we help you speak smarter, sound more natural, and boost your confidence with one powerful word, phrase, or expression each episode.
exactly. Think of this as your fast-track upgrade. Less textbook, more real-world, modern English that actually sticks.
Since today we're talking about anxiety, the word we've picked is overwhelmed. It's an adjective, and trust me, it's way more expressive than just saying I'm stressed.
Yes, when you say I'm overwhelmed, it means you feel emotionally or mentally swamped, like there's just too much happening at once, and your brain has hit its capacity.
Picture this. Your emails are piling up, your deadlines are closing in, your phone won't stop buzzing, and someone asks, "Hey, can you help me with one more thing?" Yeah, you're overwhelmed.
Here's how you can use it. When I saw my to-do list this morning, I felt completely overwhelmed.
Another one could be, she was overwhelmed with emotion during the graduation ceremony. Like when you're so happy or proud, it just spills over.
Or even this. He felt overwhelmed on his first day at the new job. So many names, tasks, and expectations all at once. Been there.
Same. So, next time you're feeling that pressure bubble up, try using overwhelmed. It's a smart word that instantly makes your English sound more fluent and real.
And hey, don't forget, we'll break down more helpful words and phrases just like this in every episode. Now back to the main topic, because anxiety and overwhelmed? Yeah, they're practically cousins.
All right, now that we've leveled up our English, let's level up our mindset. Time to talk about how to actually overcome anxiety, starting with the real stuff, no fluff.
All right, let's jump in. The first step to overcoming anxiety. Acknowledge it. Don't suppress it. It sounds simple, but so many of us try to ignore anxiety or push it down, thinking we just need to get over it.
Totally. I used to pretend everything was fine even when I was spiraling inside. But the truth is, naming what you're feeling takes the pressure off. It's like giving the emotion permission to exist, and then letting it pass.
Exactly. When you say, I feel anxious right now, you're no longer fighting it. You're observing it. And that's powerful.
And for our English learners, it's the same with language anxiety. Maybe you're scared to speak because you feel nervous about being judged. Acknowledge it. Say, "Yes, I feel nervous speaking English." That honesty frees you to move forward instead of staying stuck.
You can even write it down. I feel anxious when I speak English because it helps you process it instead of bottling it up.
Right. And once you've acknowledged it, the next step is about calming that storm inside. Because, let's be honest, when anxiety hits, our minds aren't the only ones racing. Our bodies feel it too.
Oh, for sure. That's why point number 2 is all about tuning into your body and taking a moment to reset.
Oh yeah, I do this all the time. When I'm overwhelmed, I take 5 slow breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and I literally feel my heart slow down.
And grounding techniques are great too. One of my favorites is the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Just try this. Look around and name 5 things you can see. 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. It's a simple way to ground yourself and bring your mind back to the present.
And here's where it helps our English learners too. If you're nervous before speaking, take a deep breath. Pause. Ground yourself. Give your brain space to organize your thoughts before jumping in.
I used to do that all the time in group settings. I'd get that nervous energy before speaking English, but I learned to breathe. Focus on one sentence I was confident with, and just go for it. It works.
And when you've grounded yourself, you're in a better place to deal with the next big anxiety trigger, the racing thoughts. You know, those endless what if questions? What if I mess up? What if they laugh? They sneak in fast and make everything feel worse. But most of the time, those fears aren't based in reality.
Absolutely. We create stories in our heads that haven't even happened yet. I used to do this before job interviews. What if I say something stupid? But in reality, I was prepared. I just needed to trust myself.
And for English learners, this is a big one. What if I forget a word? What if they don't understand me? But instead of letting fear drive, try asking yourself, what is true right now?
That's such a good mindset shift. What is true is, you've practiced, you're improving, you're showing up. And that counts for a lot more than a hypothetical mistake.
Here's a tip. Next time those what ifs hit, interrupt them by saying something you know for sure. Like, I know how to start a conversation in English, or I practiced this yesterday. Speaking your strengths out loud grounds you in the present.
And that's where real confidence comes from. Not avoiding fear, but focusing on what's real and true right now.
And once you've reframed those what if thoughts, the next thing that helps me big time is this. Break it down. Because anxiety loves to make everything feel huge and impossible.
Oh, for sure. I've had days where just opening my inbox felt like staring into a black hole. But when I actually broke things down, just reply to 2 emails first, then take a break, it became manageable.
Exactly. When a task feels overwhelming, your brain shuts down. But if you slice it into small, doable steps, you start to gain momentum.
It's like building a puzzle, one piece at a time. You don't try to jam the whole thing together at once.
And for our English learners, instead of saying, I have to be fluent, try this. Today, I'll learn 5 new words. Or, I'll practice speaking for 10 minutes. One step. One piece.
Right, because progress isn't about giant leaps. It's those little wins that really move you forward. So when everything feels overwhelming, just zoom in. What's one small thing you can do right now? Start there.
And speaking of momentum, one of the easiest ways to calm anxiety is to move your body. Just getting up and doing something physical can make a big difference.
I swear, a 10-minute walk has saved me from many mini meltdowns. Movement helps your body release tension, and when your body feels better, your brain follows.
Same. I used to think I needed a full workout, but even stretching or dancing around in my kitchen helps. It's about shifting energy.
There's actually science behind it. Movement reduces cortisol, the stress hormone. So when anxiety builds, your body's saying, hey, let's shake this off.
And for English learners, if you feel stuck or nervous while studying, take a walk while listening to a podcast or review flashcards while pacing. Movement plus learning? Super combo.
Totally. Sometimes clarity comes after cardio, so don't just sit with your stress, move with it.
Now, this next one might surprise some people. We always hear about managing what we do, but let's talk about managing what we absorb. Point 6 is limit input, not just output.
Yes, we're surrounded by information 24/7. News, social media, notifications, and we wonder why our minds feel cluttered.
It's like trying to read 5 books at once while someone's shouting updates at you from the side. No wonder we're anxious.
So true. When I started putting limits on scrolling and checking headlines, I noticed I felt lighter. Less noise equals more peace.
And if you're an English learner, this is key. Instead of watching 5 random videos, focus on one podcast, one topic, one voice. Quality input greater than quantity.
Protect your mental space like you protect your time. Set boundaries on what and who you let into your mind.
Now, here's something that's helped me more times than I can count. Talk it out. Don't bottle it in. When anxiety builds up, keeping it all inside just adds pressure.
Oh yeah, I used to think I had to handle everything myself. But the moment I started actually saying out loud, "I'm feeling anxious about this," to a friend or even just journaling, it was like releasing a pressure valve.
Exactly. Sharing doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're human. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a therapist, just voicing what you're carrying can make it feel lighter.
And for English learners, this is huge. If you're struggling with confidence or feeling stuck, talk to someone about it. Even practicing English with a partner or tutor can ease that anxiety. You're not alone in this.
The truth is, anxiety feeds on silence. But the moment you speak up, even a little, it loses some of its power.
And when you're done venting it out, one of the best ways to keep anxiety from creeping back in is this. Build a routine that supports you. Not one that drains you or adds pressure, but one that actually helps you feel calm and steady.
Yes. When life feels chaotic, having a routine gives your brain something to rely on. Even small things like going to bed at the same time, having a morning walk, or setting aside 15 minutes for quiet can make a huge difference.
It's kind of like giving your day a backbone. It holds you up when everything else feels shaky.
And English learners, this applies to you too. Try building a small language routine. Maybe 10 minutes of vocabulary review in the morning, or listening to a short podcast while commuting.
The key is consistency. You don't need a complicated schedule. Just create little anchors throughout your day that help you feel more in control and supported.
Right. And speaking of feeling supported, it's time to support our English too, with Charlotte's vocabulary breakdown.
Yes, she always brings the best words to the table, so get ready to level up your vocabulary in just a few minutes. Charlotte, the mic's yours.
Thanks, Aaron and Evan. Hey listeners, here are 12 helpful words and phrases from today's episode. They're common in everyday English and super useful in both casual and serious conversations. Anxious. Meaning, feeling worried, nervous, or uneasy. Example, I get anxious before big meetings, even if I'm well prepared. Relatable. Meaning, easy to understand or connect with because it feels familiar. Example, her story about learning a new language was so relatable, I've felt the same way. Spillover. Meaning, to overflow or go beyond limits, especially with emotions. Example, his excitement spilled over and he started talking really fast. Acknowledge. Meaning, to admit or recognize something. Example, she acknowledged that she was feeling stressed and took a break. Pretend. Meaning, to act like something is true when it's not. Example, he pretended to be confident, but inside he was very nervous. Cluttered. Meaning, messy or filled with too many things. Example, my mind felt cluttered after checking social media for too long. Mentor. Meaning, a trusted person who gives advice or guidance. Example, my mentor helped me prepare for my first job interview. Creep in. Meaning, to slowly start happening or affecting something. Example, doubt started to creep in when I saw how confident everyone else looked. Anchor. Meaning, something stable that gives support or calm. Example, my morning routine became an anchor during stressful times. Spiraling. Meaning, losing control of thoughts or emotions. Example: I forgot one word during my speech and started spiraling. Ground yourself. Meaning: to calm yourself by focusing on the present. Example: she grounded herself by taking a few deep breaths. Vent. Meaning: to talk openly about feelings, especially frustration or stress. Example: I just needed to vent about my tough day to someone who understood. There you go, 12 words and phrases that'll help you express yourself better and feel more confident in your English. Practice using them this week, and don't forget, you'll find them all in the PDF guide too. See you next time.
Thanks, Charlotte. That vocab breakdown was super useful.
Yeah, really helpful stuff. And to everyone listening, thanks for hanging out with us today.
We hope you're leaving with a few tools to handle anxiety a little better, and some new English skills too.
Don't forget to grab the free PDF in the description. It's got everything we talked about and a bit more.
We'll catch you in the next one. Until then,
Take care and keep learning. Bye for now.